Hi, it's Miss Lindman,
And Miss Anderson.
and we're here today for our third video, which is about supporting your child with identifying, naming, and communicating feelings. This was a topic that you chose, and we're happy to talk to you about it. Before we get started, though, we would just like to tell you after the video, if you have any questions or if there's anything that we could support you with, please just reach out to one of us and we would be happy to help. So in preparation for this video, we thought of 10 different ways to help your child identify, name, and communicate their feelings. So the first one is to encourage your child to name their feelings. So if they're feeling upset or sad or mad, encourage them to say, you know what, I am feeling sad. I am feeling mad. Encouraging them to name things allows them to begin to understand how to deal with their feelings. So it's really important for you to encourage them to name your feelings. Model how you name your feelings. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling sad, your child really listens to everything that you say. So model that. Say, I'm frustrated right now because, or I'm sad right now because, or I'm happy right now because. So if they hear you using that language, they're going to mimic or use that language as well. Create opportunities to talk about feelings. How are you feeling today? So have that open communication with your child, ask them how they are. Ask them after they do something fun, how that makes them feel. Ask them after something that kind of upsets them or makes them mad. Ask them about how that makes them feel and why. So just really talk about feelings. Keep that open communication open about feelings. Support your child in dealing with uncomfortable emotions. That's number 4. So it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad. We talked about that a lot in class. And what we do is when a child is upset or sad or mad, we help them name their feelings, and then we help them work on different strategies that Miss Anderson is going to talk about in a little bit to help them become calm, right? Awesome. So number 5 is it is okay to feel sad, angry, upset. We talk to our students about how these feelings will pass. So if we're feeling sad, it's just in that moment. That feeling will go away. It's about how we deal with that feeling when we're feeling that way. So if we're feeling sad, what could we do to feel better? If we're feeling mad, we know that feeling is going to pass, but what could we do to feel better or to solve the problem? Number 6 is reinforcing positive ways to express feelings. So if you've heard your child articulate how they're feeling, or if they've problem solved a situation where they were feeling mad, but then they made a choice to feel better, tell them that they did a great job with that. If they're talking to you about their feelings, honor that and thank them for being so transparent and open with you. So just really encouraging them to express their feelings, but giving them positive praise to tell them that they did a great job with that. We also really concentrate on teaching perseverance. So like I said earlier, it's okay to feel those emotions. It's about what we do to move forward and to persevere. Because again, those feelings are only there for a short term, and it's about just moving forward and making good choices to feel better. So we really concentrate on perseverance rather than really focusing on that emotion that makes us feel, or that situation that makes us feel sad or mad. Model healthy choices. So again, you're your child's first teacher, so they're looking up to you. So just model healthy choices. How do you deal with conflicts or frustrations? How do you problem solve? Look for healthy choices that your child is making. So say if they were sad and they looked at a book, that's a healthy choice. They're calming their body. So look for that and praise that. And encourage problem solving, and do not solve the problem for your child. So when children are feeling a certain way, we want them to problem solve. Encourage them to do that on their own, but of course support them, but just don't solve the problem for them, so that they learn to become problem solvers and to cope with different feelings that don't feel good. And Miss Anderson's now going to talk about the zones of regulation.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Lindeman. That was fantastic. So the zones of regulation is something that we utilize in our classroom just to help children pair, or your child, sorry, pair their emotions into a category and develop different strategies to feel better when they're not feeling the best, or ways to continue feeling good when they are feeling great. So the different zones are the blue zone, the green zone, the yellow zone, and the red zone. You might be able to guess what some of these zones might the way that you feel in these zones. For instance, the green zone, you're feeling good. So you're feeling happy, you're feeling calm, you're ready to go or ready to learn, we like to say sometimes too. In the yellow zone, you might feel excited, or you might feel a little scared or worried. And these are all totally fine feelings, but it's great when we can categorize them and then develop strategies to help us feel better. The red zone, you might feel angry or upset or frustrated. And again, these are all great feelings, but we just need to find strategies in order to feel better. The blue zone, we might feel tired or maybe just a little exhausted. And it's okay, you might want to read a book or get moving. You need to build some energy. And again, these are all totally fine feelings to feel. And we talk about many different strategies in order to move back to the green zone, as we say. And the green zone is a great zone to be in. And different strategies that help us move to these zones are, sorry. So some cool things that you could make at home is a sensory bottle. So these are a great visual aid when we might be upset or feeling frustrated, because it can really help calm the body, as Ms. Lindeman had mentioned earlier. So one very simple one to make at home is just with water and oil. You can food color the water, and then you can watch the different mixtures move as waves, or shake it up and watch it separate. And it's a good way for the child to focus on something and just take that time to calm down. There are endless possibilities for what you can put in these bottles. You can make them with sounds also, so that it's not just a visual aid. So it's a wonderful thing for the child to make and also utilize. A homemade stress ball is a fun thing also. It's good for the hands when we're feeling frustrated or upset. And you could fill it with any kind of material, flour, rice, beans, and they're all very fun to play with. And it's a great tool for your child to have. And then when your child is feeling upset or anything, we talk about a lot of strategies to use. We've already discussed some of the breathing strategies in the wonderful video that Ms. Melanson had showed us. So those are all wonderful things that your child can do. And sometimes these strategies might not work for everyone. So you could also go for a walk and just take a break and maybe distract yourself and look around you. You could use counting and counting to 10. You could also find 10 different objects around the room just to get yourself thinking about something different so that you can come back to the problem and try and focus on dealing with it again. You could also ask for help. Even though we want our children to problem solve and do the best that they can, sometimes they might need a little bit of support, and that's okay. But our children are great problem solvers, and most of the time they develop their own strategies, which is super cool. So thank you guys so much for watching our video. And if you want any extra details or more ideas, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here, and we always want to help you and your child.
Thank you.
Thank you.